in my arms, in my mind all the time. I wanna keep you right on my side till I die. I'm gonna hold you down, make sure everything is right with you. You can never go wrong.
Yo, what's good? It's D-Sav here.
And Shelly.
I'll be back with another video. And this video, we gonna talk about our coming out story. How, you know, we told our parents we gay. You feel me? So who wanna go first? You want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, I'm gonna make it quick and slippy. Alright, so basically, my story is when I came out, I was about 12, 13 years old. This was back when I was messing with some female. You know, we was living on the block. You know what I mean? Young and dumb. Anyways, I was living on the block. She lived across the street. Yeah, and to make it quick and you know, make it quick. My mom found out because I was grounded that day. Couldn't go outside. Shorty hit me up like, oh, you playing me, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, yo, what you talking about? She's like, you playing with me, some girl named, I'm gonna say D. I'm not gonna give out no names. And I'm like, nah, I would never do that to you. Like, what are you talking about? Cause I was young and I was loyal. That's the crazy part. Young and loyal. Still to this day, still the same way. But anyways, that's besides the point. And then, like, pretty much, I ran, because, you know, we lived on the block. I grew up on the block with her and her friend and stuff. Her friend lived up the block. So she was up the block with her friend. I went up the block across the street. I'm like, I went up to her. I was like, yo, who you talking about? She was like, yeah, you doing this with this girl. Da-da-da-da, why you with me? I'm like, yo, I don't even like her. Like, she's lying. Like, what are you talking about? And I got so mad. Like, I have anger issues. So at that point, it was bad. So I was so mad. I punched the door. Boom! My brothers, all the body on the block in the back that was chilling, they looked back. I was like, yeah.
Damn.
And then I was like, then I came and I left. Then I went back to my crib. Then my mom had came home, and I already knew I was in trouble. So I came out, ran upstairs, and I went upstairs. And at the time, I had a PSP. If y'all don't know what that is, it's like a...
She went all the way back. She
Yeah, it's
PSP.
like a PlayStation, like console, but in your hands. But anyways, you could go on Facebook on it, and that's how me and the female used to communicate through Facebook. So we was messaging, I was texting her, telling her, like, yo, I would never do that to you, this, that. Like, I was basically telling her what's up, like, yo, that ain't me, like, you bugging. And anyways, like, my mom came upstairs, started yelling at me, like, yo, you don't fucking listen, and I told you couldn't go outside, this, that, and the third. And then she's over here, like, she had it with me already at that point. So she started, like, trying to, like, smack me type shit. And then, like, I'm over here trying to, like, log out from the Facebook while my mom is, like, trying to, like, hit me. Like, slap me. Not hit me, but, like, slap me. And I'm, like, trying to log out because I don't want my mom to read the messages because my mom didn't know at the time. So I'm trying to log out and my mom is trying to, like, hit me. But I got my arm like this, trying to block myself from getting hit. And I'm trying to log out so my mom would read the messages. So I guess my mom, she peeped the messages because I'm only calling her baby and all this other shit, you know. Yeah, it was that type of time. And then I guess she read the messages and she came and she grabbed the PSP. And in my head, I'm like, fuck. Yeah.
Damn.
And from that point on, she basically, I guess, read all the messages, or read most of the messages, and then she found out. And yeah, she was not happy about it at the time. You know, because she grew up a certain way, a certain kind of generation and everything, and she wasn't really, you know, like, when they grew up in that kind of generation, at first, they're not okay with it, but eventually they go into it, and they become okay with it, because at the end of the day, you know, if they're your parents and they really love you, they just want you to be happy, you know, like, most parents, they adjust to it, you know what I'm saying? Not all parents are like that, but most parents, like, they generally want your parents generally want you to be happy, There's something for who you are, regardless of what you decide to be with your life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's my story.
Okay.
It's your turn.
Alright. So, alright, let me push it back a couple of years. So when I was in middle school, I was definitely straight. But then there was this girl, which was my first ever girlfriend. She was like, she came up to me. She was not a fuck boy, but sort of. She just liked everybody. But she came up to me. She was a stud. She was just like, oh, I like you. I'm feeling you or whatever. Like, you cute. And at the time, like, I was going to church. Like, as a 13-year-old, I was like, nah, like, my parents done taught me otherwise. It doesn't feel right. But then, like, I thought about it the day after, and I was just like, yo, but, like, I want to give it a try. Like, let me see what's up. Feel me? She kind of cute, blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, all right. So then I gave it a chance or whatever. And point is, me and her ended up together. Now, the way that my stepdad found out first, I don't know to this day who it was, but somebody from my school, my middle school, decided that they were going to tell my stepdad that they seen me and my, at the time, girlfriend kiss in the corner outside. It was like down the block from where I live.
Sneaky.
Yeah, it was big snitching. So then my stepdad came up to me and was like, oh, this little boy told me this, that, and the third. I don't know if it's true, but if that's what you want to live, like, I suggest you don't tell your mom. Or if you do, like, just know this is how she's going to react. You already know how she is and blah, blah, blah. So that already set my mind. I was like, fuck. So what I tried to do was I tried to pray that shit away. You already know. Pray it away, right? No. That shit was still in me. I'm like, nah, that's just how I like. That's just what I like. So, but honestly, like, when I did tell my mom, that first time I'm in their middle school, she did not take it the right way. So what I did was I tried to, like, just forget about it and not act on being gay. So years passed by and I tried it with guys. It just was not hitting. Like, I was like, ew. Like, it would literally last like maybe a week at most with a guy. And it's just not it. I was like, no.
I just wanna stop her right there when she talks about a guy, because I just want to say I've had experience with a guy myself, and honestly, it is not it. I had experience with multiple guys, and it's just not it. Like, if you're really a lesbian, you will know what I'm talking about. Like, having experience with a guy, that shit is different, but it's like a bad different. It's like, nah.
It is a bad
It's not. So, she had her experience, I had my experience, and it's both a dub. Big dub. So, yeah, well, she told parents, her mom.
Wait, I'm not finished, baby.
Yo, yeah, she told her mom, she was young, that she told her mom again.
Okay, so basically, I told my mom three times, basically. Technically 2 times, but like the first time, I had no choice because it was kind of like brought up to her attention-ish. But basically 3 times. The first 2, she didn't react good. And it was always years in between each time that I told her that passed or whatever, if that makes sense. And then the last time was literally like, what, a week ago? So, like, ever since, like, I've been with Babe, because before in my other relationships, I kind of was like, you know how, like, you with somebody and, like, you know in your gut that y'all not gonna last. So you don't even want to, like, give them the time of day when it comes to, like, telling your family or anything about them. So that's kind of how I felt. So with my past relationship, so then when I was with Babe, like, being with her now, like, she was kind of like, not, like, she was kind of pushing me in the right way to, like, tell my mom, and like it's important for her to know, especially like at my age and stuff, like, you know. So she was giving me that confidence, that motivation to tell her. So like literally a week ago, it was hard, but because if anybody watching this video knows my mother, you know that she's really religious, and like she does not play with that. So it was difficult for me, and I didn't want to ruin like our bond. But a week ago I did tell her on text. I couldn't tell her over the phone, so I told her through text, and she did not speak to me for a week. And then literally like Sunday, like yesterday, she texted me and she was like, I love you, with like emojis, like cute emojis or whatever.
And she was about to cry.
Yeah, I was like, I looked at babe, I was like, baby. And then I was, you know, we spoke out a little bit. She's not completely like, I know for a fact she's not completely like, you know, supportive, but at least that I love you, even if it took her a week, did it for me. So yeah, and then everybody else knows in my life, like everybody knows.
Yeah, so does in my life too. Everybody knows.
Yeah,
and they okay with it. So pretty much that's our coming out story. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And a little backstory for me. I've been gay since I even knew what the hell gay was. To be honest with you, I've been gay before I knew what that was. Before I was exposed to it. Before I even seen a gay couple. Before I even seen a stud, a femme, whatever. I was gay before I even knew all of that. So this is not like, it's not a phase. It's not something that it just happened out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. This is me since a little girl. Yeah. Like honestly, little girl growing up. This been me forever. Honestly, it's been her since she was a little girl.
I feel like it has been, but
yeah, that's our coming out story. Hope you liked it. Hope you loved it. Click the link in the bio. In the bio. Subscribe if you haven't. Leave a comment if you want. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? Steve Sav
and Shelly,
and with love.
Peace out.
Yo.